Steven Universe and all associated images are property of Cartoon Network, Rebecca Sugar, and any and all other respective owners. I don't know them all. All footage in this video has been used for the purpose of critique parody under fair use. Please support the official release. Okay, so first of all, guys, I just want to point out that I have 6,000 subscribers now. That just blows me away. I mean, I just still cannot believe that there are 6,000 people out there who, even for just the second that it takes to hit the subscribe button, said, hey, I care enough about what this guy says to want to hear all of it. It just boggles my mind. I am so thankful for you guys. I can't even imagine what my life would be like right now if I didn't do these videos, and I only do them because of you. So very simply, thank you very much. And yeah, let's move right into the theory. It's a bit different from some of the other theories that I have covered here on this channel already, and that is because we're not looking at a specific episode of the show or anything found in a specific episode of the show. We're looking at the extended opening video. That being the video revealed at the 2015 San Diego Comic-Con that not only showed the building of Steven's house and made the fact that Steven wrote the theme song to the show canon, but also gave each gem a chance to sing very briefly about why it is they fight to protect the Earth, about why they were willing to forsake gem culture and build a new life on a planet that isn't their original home. Except for Steven, who was born on Earth, though you could say that he would have two homeworlds if there was peace between the crystal gems and the homeworld gems. Or Amethyst, I guess, since she was technically born here too, but homeworld is her ancestral home. Now, please take into account that I could spend an entire episode and then some just talking about the sheer adorable that is baby Steven in this video, but truth is there is something much more interesting in this video, that being the aforementioned verses sung by each of the characters. At first they seem like triumphant declarations, but if you really think about it, I guarantee that your opinion is bound to change. While none of these brief little verses are entirely negative or anything, there are some negative connotations to each. And to be perfectly honest, I can't believe that Rebecca Sugar and the rest of the crew would have included those negative connotations unintentionally. So today I'll be talking a bit about each of those negative connotations and how I think they might impact the show. I'll be starting with Garnet and Pearl, kind of lumping them together, as they are the two characters who have actual experience with and memories of Homeworld. I feel like one of these two has the most positive, least worrying reason for fighting out of all four. Let's take a look at the lyrics. I won't be actually playing any of the music from the video in this because I don't want to anger the YouTube copyright gods, as I hear they tend to summon lightning down to smite people who do so, which is something that I'd really like to avoid. So I'll be going over the lyrics in my own words, sometimes paraphrasing them. Garnet declares that she fights for the place where she's free to live as herself, that being a permanent love fusion. I think this is the most positive affirmation here, as we have already seen that Garnet has a good sense of duty and a good heart above and beyond this reason for fighting. She has made a home on Earth, and she's genuinely happy here. Even if peace was made with Homeworld, and Homeworld came to accept the right of all gems to fuse with whoever they want, I don't know that she would just up and leave her life on Earth. Pearl's verse also leaves me with a strong feeling that she is unlikely to just leave the Earth behind, but for far less healthy reasons. Pearl declares that she fights in Rose's name, for what Rose believed in. We have seen how self-destructively devoted Pearl is to Rose, which is why I find it unlikely that she will up and decide to ignore Rose's directive to defend the planet. But there is more to Rose and her history than what we know, or what I think Pearl knows. I will be talking about this more in the Rose conspiracy next month, but basically I think that Rose realized how damaging it would be to Pearl if she knew everything that Rose was up to, and Rose therefore kept things from her. Just learning that Rose kept stuff from her at all was devastating to Pearl. If she learned something that shattered her perfect image of Rose completely, it would change everything. Pearl, for her own health and happiness, needs to find her own reason for fighting before it's too late. With that said, let's move on to Earth's homegrown heroes. And again, one of them is more troubling than the other. In this case, it's Amethyst. She declares that she will fight for the world she was made in because it's everything that she's ever known. And that makes perfect sense. She's never experienced homeworld culture, and in fact, the other gems seem to shelter her from it. So instead, she has immersed herself in human culture. But what if she were offered a chance to experience homeworld culture for herself? She now knows from Peridot that gems of her type are important warriors on homeworld. Amethyst is a runt, a smaller than average, overcooked gem, one who probably doesn't even have a full understanding of all of her powers. But what if Yellow Diamond showed up and agreed to overlook Amethyst's physical deficiencies and teach her? What would Amethyst do? It's a hard question to answer, and it is one that I do plan to tackle in full someday, so I don't want to talk about it any further here. Instead, let's discuss Steven's verse. He sings about fighting to live up to everyone's expectations. Clearly, there is a certain, mostly unspoken understanding that Steven has some kind of destiny, or at the very least a legacy, to live up to. I think that the weight of this affects him even if he tries not to let it. As he gets older, I think this will only get worse. However, through interactions with humans and the other gems, I think that Steven has a very good chance of growing as a person even as he helps others to grow and work through their problems, and that he will eventually find his own reasons for fighting. I think he'll be fine. The only thing that really bothers me about Steven's verse is the fact that I think we're given details about a fifth character here, that being Rose herself. This does tie into the Rose conspiracy again, so I won't say too much, but just look at this image here, this image of Rose behind Steven. She's drawing attention to him, as if presenting him to us. You can't see her eyes, but you can see her smile, and just try to tell me that that doesn't look like the expression of someone who has been playing a long game and has finally won. But as it tends to be in my videos, this is all just speculation. It's all just a theory, and we won't know for sure what's true until we see it on the show. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Either way, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later.